I'm doing this not because I want to. I'm doing this because I feel I have an obligation to. I'm going to be bringing one against the people in Iowa, their newspaper, which had a very, very good pollster who got me right all the time. And then just before the election, she said I was going to lose by 3 or 4 points, and it became the biggest story all over the world.
Well, unfortunately, President-elect Donald Trump is making good on the promise to sue the Des Moines Register and the pollster known as Selzer for putting out a bad poll showing that Kamala Harris was going to win in Iowa, when in reality, she lost Iowa and she lost big. Now, he has officially filed this lawsuit, and he is doing so following the victory that he experienced with the defamation lawsuit that he filed against ABC News. ABC agreed to settle for $15 million. Now, Trump's latest lawsuit is not over defamation, but rather what Trump believes is election interference. And look, before I give you more details about this story, I just want to get this off my chest because this is bitch behavior, okay? And I say that because homeboy won. You won the election, Trump. You won the election. This looks so petty and so pathetic. Let it go. You won. This is a waste of time. This is so dumb. Okay.
Yeah. Well, look, Anna, I'm going to double down on that. So he was a sore loser when he lost in 2020 to the point where he said terminate the Constitution, and we all know the whole story, right? But now this is a different level. He's a sore winner. But brother, when you win is when you get to be classy. So what are you going to sue this lady over your ludicrous conspiracy theory? And I want you guys to understand that conspiracy theory. So and they said it before the election. Oh, she's rigging this poll. It's a fake poll so that it'll seem like Kamala Harris is winning. So when the Democrats cheat and declare her the winner, they'll say, oh, well, Selzer has this poll and the other polls, and that shows that Kamala Harris actually won. Except they didn't do any of that. Kamala Harris didn't cheat, she didn't win, and when she didn't win, she immediately accepted the results. So the whole theory was utter nonsense, and it's proven by your victory. So what are you doing here? You're going, well, I don't care that my ludicrous conspiracy theory was obviously disproven. You're needlessly attracting attention to your maniacal idea that proved to be utterly false.
Yeah.
When you should be celebrating your victory. So like, not only is it wrong, and our job is to point out things that are wrong and preposterous, but as a matter of strategy, it is very poorly played for them.
Look, it makes him look weak. It doesn't make him look like a strong leader. It makes him look like the kind of person who's so obsessed with personal grudges that it's going to distract him from engaging in the type of leadership that he purports to want to engage in. This is a sign of weakness, not a sign of strength. But anyway, let me give you the details. So again, this election is allegedly about election interference. That is what he claims this is about. So Selzer's poll had shown that Kamala Harris was leading Trump by 3 points. Obviously, the election did not play out that way. There was a great deal of excitement among Democrats over the poll, and I thought it was ridiculous because a single poll shouldn't give you the kind of confidence that some Democrats were displaying in the press after it came out. But ultimately, Trump did win Iowa by a whopping 13 points. Okay, it wasn't even close. Take the win and move on, but he can't do it. So Selzer's poll was so wrong and so humiliating that she decided to go into retirement. Okay, now, even though Trump comfortably won the election and even secured the popular vote, he has opted to act the way that he's acting by filing this lawsuit. Trump's attorneys are suing under the Iowa Consumer Fraud Act, alleging that defendants engaged in an unfair act or practice because the publication and release of the Harris poll caused substantial, unavoidable injury to consumers that was not outweighed by any consumer or competitive benefits which the practice produced. So the lawsuit, which was filed on Monday night in Polk County, Iowa, under the Iowa Consumer Fraud Act and related provisions, says the following. It seeks accountability for brazen election interference committed by the Des Moines Register and Selzer in favor of now defeated former Democrat candidate Kamala Harris through use of a leaked and manipulated Des Moines Register Mediacom Iowa poll conducted by Selzer and CNS and published by the Des Moines Register and Gannett in the Des Moines Register on November 2nd, 2024. So his legal team also took issue with when the poll was released, and it was days before the election took place. Additionally, the suit argues that, as Selzer knows, this type of manipulation creates a narrative of inevitability for Democrat candidates, increases enthusiasm among Democrats, compels Republicans to divert campaign time and money to areas in which they are actually ahead, and deceives the public into believing the Democrat candidates are performing better than they really are. So Trump's legal team argues that the Iowa poll actually did cause damages to the campaign, because after the poll came out, they claimed that they flooded Iowa with finite resources in order to help Trump improve his performance in the state. And so what are they expecting to get out of this lawsuit? Well, Trump is demanding actual damages upon trial of the case, statutory damages 3 times the actual damages suffered, an order enjoining defendants' ongoing deceptive and misleading acts and practices relating to the Harris poll, and compelling defendants to disclose all information upon which they relied to engage in the deceptive and misleading acts relating to the Harris poll. And finally, they're asking for attorney's fees and costs associated with the case to be covered by the defendants.
Okay, so a lot more to say here. First of all, this second theory that Anna just laid out for you there is, so this is to suppress the MAGA vote. Because if MAGA thinks that Trump might lose in Iowa, what, they're not gonna show up to vote?
Well, they are known to not want to fight.
Oh yeah,
so.
MAGA's, oh well, if we're gonna lose already, we'll just go home.
We're just gonna give up.
Yeah. No, they would be more animated to show up in Iowa, and maybe they were. Maybe that's why he won by 13, right? So, and by the way, this was Hillary Clinton's dumbass strategy. I'll just keep telling everyone that I have no chance of losing. Well, and I'll talk about all the polls that are showing me leading. Well, how'd that turn out for her? It suppressed her own vote. So if that is a strategy, it's the world's dumbest strategy, and oftentimes counterproductive. Second of all, they say, well, it caused us to flood our resources to Iowa, and it cost us so much. Wait a minute, I thought you said it was a fake poll from the minute that it was introduced. In fact, I remember you saying that. And I remember you launching all these conspiracy theories about this poll. Did you secretly believe it? And guys, if you're MAGA, think about it for a second. They're now asking you to believe that they panicked over the poll and sent an army to Iowa to try to win that state, when at the time you saw with your own eyes them going, what a stupid fake poll, no way, we're not gonna react to that. So which one is it? Which one is it? What, are you trying to win some money here? Dude, I thought you were a billionaire. This is so sad and pathetic in every way.
I don't think it's about money. I think that, look, I think that Trump has very similar frustrations toward the media that you vocalize on this show regularly.
Yeah, but I don't do it in a ridiculous way.
No, you don't. You don't lash out by being like ridiculous and litigious and anyway. But that's what Trump does. He holds grudges and he pursues retaliation in this way through filing these lawsuits. When in reality, he would look like a much stronger leader if he just let it go. Took the win. I mean, again, he didn't just win the Electoral College, okay? He won the popular vote. This was a big win for Trump. So move on. Yeah, show yourself to be above it.
I just can't stop thinking about how silly it is after you win to complain about a poll where you were losing. Who cares? The actual election happened.
Right.
Right, okay, now last thing is, I know this will tie back to me, which will be fun, okay? Because you said about how I handle the media, right? So, but I wanna ask in between, wait, is Hillary Clinton now allowed to sue all the pollsters who said she was gonna win the election? That she had a 98% chance of winning the election, a 91% chance of winning the election. I mean, she flooded her resources in all the wrong places. It suppressed her vote because they said she was gonna win. Can she go back and sue all the pollsters? I mean, as long as politicians are all suing everyone, which is what Trump is asking all the politicians to do, can every politician who loses a race, or now apparently even wins a race, sue every poll that didn't have it exactly right? Can they sue every critic who said, oh, you should have done this or you shouldn't have done that, or oh, boo-hoo and cry, sue, 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 okay? All right, how about me, can I sue? Because when I ran for president, yes, I did that. Yes, it's now looking back on it, it seems funny, but hey, we tried to push Biden out, we did. Anyways, I polled at 2%. That's it, I'm suing. Should have been at least 3%. Okay, I mean, this is absurd. It's insanity. How do I know if that was the right one, right number or not the right number? I don't know. And so they're doing the best they can, and when they get it wrong, it's not like our conspiracy worked and Trump won't wait. How? No, she's embarrassed.
Yeah,
she retired, right? Because she got it wrong, not because she was part of some lunatic conspiracy theory where Trump would lose by winning. Okay, and finally, so I say all this on social media, and then Laura Loomer replies, which is fun.
She's very level-headed, so I'm curious to hear her take on this.
Yeah, she's like, see, he's back to attacking Trump. That's why we should never forgive him.
Laura, we are not like you, okay? I think you're crazy. I want nothing to do with you. The idea, she's demented. Like she thinks I'm trying to position myself to be allied with her. We think you're crazy. We want nothing to do with you. Okay, Laura?
Wait, listen. Who asked you for your forgiveness? Ain't nobody asked for no forgiveness.
I want nothing to do with nothing from you, nothing to do with you. Let's be clear about that.
And then they'll say this aha, you see that? And by the way, the radical right will look at that and go, aha, you see they're not with Trump. How many times do we have to say we're not with Trump? Okay, we do a news show here where we criticize politicians. And by the way, we also give them credit when they deserve it.
Exactly.
So Trump, I know this is shocking news to you, is a politician. And to the Democrats, I know this is shocking news to you, but Biden and Pelosi are politicians. And we criticize all of them because they're always constantly doing things wrong. And very few times they do things right, we give them credit, unlike any other news show, right? So it's called honest reporting, look into it. And so nobody's asking for anything, and we're gonna give you the same exact opinions we gave before. And on this, Trump is a total and utter clown.
Yes,
so I hope that's clear enough for everyone. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.